The illusion versus the reality. South America, a land of breathtaking beauty, vibrant culture, and rich history. But beneath this postcard image lies a dark underbelly, a reality of terror and exploitation festering in the shadows. Today, we journey into the heart of this darkness, to Venezuela and Colombia, where criminal empires like the Tren de Aragua and guerrilla factions have turned inequality into an industry and human lives into a commodity. The dark reality: inequality, terrorism, and human trafficking. The rise of the monsters, Tren de Aragua and guerrillas. It begins with the collapse. The economic and political crisis in Venezuela didn't just create poverty. It created a power vacuum. From the notorious Tocaron prison, the Tren de Aragua was born. What started as a prison gang has metastasized into a transnational criminal empire, specializing in human trafficking, extortion, and murder. And they are not alone. Decades-old guerrilla groups like the ELN and FARC dissidents, who once claimed political motives, now operate as ruthless criminal syndicates. They control territory, terrorize populations, and have formed a deadly symbiosis with new players like the Tren. The human cost stories of horror. Their business model is human suffering. Young women, often vulnerable Venezuelan immigrants, are the primary targets. They are lured with promises of work, then trapped in a nightmare of forced prostitution and extortion. Those who resist face unthinkable consequences. Story: the murder of Catherine's family. Consider the story of Catherine, a 20-year-old Venezuelan refugee in Bogotá. She thought she had escaped, but in August 2025, the past found her. The guerrilla gang tracked her down, demanding money she didn't have, stole her documents including the ID card, passport, and her proof of Colombian nationality, earned after living for years in the country. When her mother and sister, Carla, who were innocent women, went out of their house to dry clothes and get a Coke, they were executed. A brutal murder attack and shot. Taken to hospital, they both had cardiac arrest and lost the battle of life, with Carla, only 16 years old. This scared and terrified the neighborhood, and served as a major warning to others living in supposedly safe cities like Bogotá. Catherine's life shattered, a testament to the long reach of these ruthless, illegal, inhuman criminals. Similarly, countless young girls have disappeared from the streets of Medellín, Bogotá, and other cities. Their fates are a horrifying secret, buried by the sheer power and terror of their captors. Complicity and expansion, a regional crisis. The most sinister part of this crisis is the alleged complicity. It is an open secret that corrupt elements within local police and institutions are paid to look the other way. This corruption provides a shield for these organizations to operate with impunity, making a mockery of justice. And the threat is no longer contained. The Tren de Aragua has successfully expanded its operations into Brazil, Peru, Chile, and has even established a frightening presence in the United States, with arrests linked to them made in New York and Miami. This is no longer a South American problem. It is a hemispheric crisis. The immigrant's dilemma. A cycle of exploitation. Millions flee Venezuela seeking safety and a future. But for many, the journey leads them from one nightmare into another. They arrive in countries already struggling with inequality, becoming easy prey for these predatory organizations. They are victimized twice, first by the collapse of their homeland, and then by the criminals who feast on their desperation. What a profound shame. The conclusion: condemnation and a call to action. The dark reality is a system where inequality breeds desperation, desperation breeds crime, and crime is enabled by corruption. The Tren de Aragua and guerrilla gangs are not mere criminals. They are terrorists of the human spirit. Is there any solution of Allende? So what can be done? Control requires a unified international response. Dismantling their financial networks, supporting ethical local journalism that exposes them, pressuring governments to root out corruption, and supporting NGOs that provide real aid and safe passage for victims. Silence and inaction are complicity. This is a story that must be told. Share this video to break the silence. Awareness is the first step toward action. Remember, these criminals are roaming the streets of Colombia when you least expect them. Remember innocent girls and victims like Carla and her mother. Their stories must not be forgotten. What can you do? With links to reputable human rights and anti-trafficking organizations in the video description. Subscribe for more deep dives into serious global issues.